Hey minions, welcome to Crank It Up. I'm Jim Price, and on this episode of Calling All Titans, I want to talk about Megabot of the Mega Troopers. Like many of the big in Japan titans, my opinion of Megabot has changed dramatically over time. I think that Megabot is a great reminder about why faction context matters, because it has some deceptively good abilities and deceptively bad abilities, depending on your context. As you will see over the course of this video, my feelings on Megabot have fluctuated a lot, and it's not always Megabot's fault per se. Megabot can provide value, but it's not always the greatest value, as that depends on numerous circumstances. Like most titans, it helps to understand how Megabot is brought into play. It can be played on a base where you have 3 minions instead of your normal minion play, or 2 minions if you use 4 Megabot, which is a double feature. Megabot can also be played by the Red Trooper, and if you remember from his King of the Hill video, I'm really disappointed with Red Trooper. But this is Megabot's video. Megabot has 2 main abilities. First, it gains +1 power for each of your minions on the same base. Second, it can move to a base before it scores. The second ability is a bit odd because Megabot draws power from minions and does not provide power in isolation. So moving to a base where you have no minions does not accomplish much unless more plays were to follow. And because he has such a high amount of minions required to play him in the first place, it's unlikely that you would have minions on other bases. But if you do bring him out, one of those plays could be Blitzing Sword Attack, which requires you to both be losing on a base and to have a Titan there. Of course, you could always Green Trooper on for presence, which would make Megabot a 1, and then Blitzing Sword Attack, but this is unlikely to get you to win a base. You may score more points in multiplayer, however, since Blitzing Sword Attack doesn't have to target the leader. So why does faction context matter? Consider a minion like Starlight, which is generally believed to be very good. On a base where you have 2 minions, Starlight is a 7, but Red Trooper playing Megabot would add 3 extra power compared to Starlight's 2. The difference is that the Mega Troopers are ill-equipped to play enough minions to really maximize Megabot, at least in Phase 2. They only have 1 extra minion play, and it's not even guaranteed. But Yellow Trooper can pull a minion over, Green Trooper can jump on, Lightning Rescue can probably combine with another card to place another minion there. Over time, I began to see Megabot as a piece of the puzzle rather than the solution outright. If you did have 3 minions on a base, before using your regular minion play, Megabot as a 3-powered free minion is not that bad. I've seen it used that way when a base is in close contention, and it allows a minion to be saved, especially since the Mega Troopers often rely on overtaking players in Phase 3 anyway. And it's not that hard to get 2 lower powered minions out and use 4 Megabot like a full moon. 6 power is not a crazy amount of power creep, but it depends on player count. When Titans first came out, it was around the time that 3-player was still our most common format, and would even still play the game at 4. This made Megabot fairly useless because it became so hard to bring out as bases simply didn't last long enough, and minion quantity wasn't there for Megabot to be effective anyway. But as we transitioned more to 2-player, Megabot got better with the added time you had to set up your plays. But then Megabot got worse again with the Event Kit Titans. The problem is, some of the very good pairings with Mega Troopers were given their own Titan, which made Megabot unnecessary or redundant, since each player can only have out 1 Titan at a time. For example, Innsmouth were great at setting up Megabot with all their extra low-powered plays, and the fact that Megabot got power rather than the minions opened up the deep ones as a viable play. But now they have Dagon, and Dagon is easier to play, provides roughly the same amount of power, and allows for an extra minion play, the very extra minions that Megabot would have wanted in the first place. And because Blitzing Sword Attack requires any Titan rather than specifically Megabot, there's no harm in using Dagon all game long, other than to Red Trooper. Additionally, the last-minute power gains played perfectly into werewolf strategies, but they have their own Titan as well, one that can deliver strong long-term value and can be camped on another base. Great Wolf Spirit can provide 2 free power, which mostly matches the output of Megabot, while still being more flexible and enabling other powerful abilities. Also for the werewolves, giving power to the minion rather than the player can be extremely important. Even the pirates made Megabot more challenging to use, because previously first mates gave you a great head start for the minion quantity prerequisite, but the option to send a powerful black trooper into another base makes you have to pay attention for the timing very carefully. That's not to say that all event kit titans block Megabot at all times, you just have to pick your spots carefully. For example, the very large boulder is a great starting titan because it will grow over time and allow you to save minions. This is important because you can create some very interesting plays with hoarding minions until a base is revealed. The Crypt Looters are free plays, and Lost City can also grant you a free minion. This opens the possibility for Megabot to be used as a regular minion play for 3 power, bringing you to 12 or more. Your opponent might throw on 1 minion to try for second, which becomes really easy to kick them off, especially in Phase 3. If the Lost City minion is a pink trooper, this is great because you can get back a Crypt Looter to be played on the next base. Using Megabots to save minions also makes the mostly unblockable Idaho Smith play even more powerful because it tends to get expensive. For a more traditional Megabot play, I really like it with halflings. This is because halflings are perfectly aligned with playing from behind, which suits the Mega Trooper last minute increases. Shire Marshal can initiate a play with his talent, which could be a quarterling, which could lead into a bardling or a pestling or more, initiating a chain of however many minions you need. Megabot can then replace your regular minions for a decent increase as well. But it's also very fun to Rude Awakening a base to play all your minions there, then play Megabot with your regular play to get even more of a power increase. This can easily get you a base solo to win the game, or give you breathing room if you prepared the base with a lunch run or 2. In a similar vein, the Mounties also want to play from behind. Though they lack the extra plays of the halflings, they have the movement to converge on the Megabot destination. You can spread out your minions, swarm onto a single base, and play Megabot there for a final boost. Given that both factions want to edge out their opponents, this can work, and enables some very efficient victories. This is also a team where I like Red Trooper in non-terminal situations, as you can send Megabot as part of your plan to overtake someone, then use his talent to bring it back out again next turn. But you do not always have to come from behind. If you have a faction that can add minions with their action, and a high quantity of them, then the same effect can be achieved. The Rockstars do this well, using Guest Star to play all of their groupies, which should give you the quantity you need for Megabot. This is interesting to me, because it's the inverse of playing your groupies as your minion play, and using Hot Venue or Power Ballad to increase the power per minion. Plus I think it's cool that you can be a total sellout and power pose at the same time to keep your hand well stocked. But the Rockstar pairing, and similar pairings, does highlight one last problem with Megabot. He often isn't the best fit for the type of pairings that he wants. Dagon can do many of the same things. Even Murgicon doesn't look bad by comparison because it's 1 less minion required but a static 3 power and can be used for a quick burst. And he doesn't cost you your regular minion play. Personally, I wonder if Megabot should have gotten Black Trooper's ability and Black Trooper had gotten something else. Then Megabot would have felt more unique than he does now. So ultimately, I think Megabot isn't a huge difference maker, but another tool that you could apply. He doesn't define the Mega Troopers, but provides them with another means to attack. He has the most means to be played out of all the native Titans, so he should come out at some point. Even if he is a convoluted way of achieving the same effect as some older cards, hopefully you can find value in Megabot that makes it unique and gives you a reason to choose the Mega Troopers as opposed to any other faction. What do you think of this Titan? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, be sure to like and subscribe, let's shut it down.